So I presume that my audio is clear and screen is visible. So I'm just briefing about what is the actual engineering thermodynamics, what is the content, how we are going to complete all the lectures as well as practicals. So that is a briefing about engineering thermodynamics. So our subject, engineering thermodynamics, which is belongs to 2019 pattern, the revised pattern. And I am a subject teacher, Rahul Krishnaji Bhavne, as well as your class teacher for SE Mechanical Semester 1. This is examination scheme. As you can see, so allotted theory lectures are 3, but we ask to have a 4 lecture per week. 2 hour practicals per week for per batch. So right now there are 2 batches, 50 students, so 25 2 batches. When direct second year student will come, then they form a third batch. Next, there will be a 2 exam. If pandemic situation is not that much severe, then your exam will be in 2 slots. In semester, that is in same exam for 30 marks and end same exam for 70 marks. And there will be a oral. This is a new concept, oral practicals, because I think in first year there is no such kind of oral practicals. Only there is a term work. So now there will be a oral for 25 marks. So complete subject weightage is 125 marks. In same exam, it is based on first 2 unit, 30 marks, and end same exam, last 4 unit. That means once your in same exam is over, that means you don't require to read and prepare your first 2 unit, because it is over in your in same exam. End same exam is directly based on after that third to 6 unit, last 4 unit. So that is the 2019 pattern. Now the outline of this presentation. So let me clear one thing. I prepared 20 slides, and at the bottom you can count how many slides are over. Okay, so it brings actually a patience in a listeners. Otherwise it is endless and don't know when it is going to conclude, so that make it a impatience. So outline I am going to cover vision mission of our department. You must know this. Then PEOs, what is PEOs, what is PSO, then prerequisite for not a heat transfer but for a engineering thermodynamics. POs, then program outcomes, then course objective. Course means this particular engineering thermodynamic course objective. COs, course outcomes, then COPO mapping, CO assessment plan, how I am going to assess your COs, then gap identification, instructional method, then teaching plan for theory as well as practical, questions paper, result analysis, then research innovations portfolio and all this. So I skip these 2-3 points for today's presentation. So let's begin with our vision and mission. Now remember, every institute having their own vision, and to fulfill that institute vision, each department having its separate vision which is in line to achieve institute visions. Okay, so it is just a teamwork. All branches together work to fulfill the vision of the institute. Similarly, what is the vision of our mechanical department? So mechanical department having a vision to be a premier department of mechanical engineering and research to serve the need of society and all the stakeholders. So what do you mean by stakeholders? Stakeholder means everyone, alumni, you current students, academic students, then society persons, nation, everything which belongs to this mechanical engineering, or the mechanical engineering concerned to those society and peoples, all those are known as stakeholders. So our department vision is to be a premier, to be at the top position as a mechanical engineering department as well as in a research field, so that we can serve the society as well as all the people, all the stakeholders. Now, to complete this vision of department, there are some missions. So we have to fulfill these missions, complete the missions, so that we can achieve our departmental vision. So what are the missions? So missions are divided in 4 parts. First is to provide state-of-art facility to impart quality education. So we are providing all kind of facilities, all kind of input resources. So our education will be of quality. It should not be just a passing marks scoring education kind of system. It is for mainly focus on quality educations. Next, to undertake a various value-added and add-on courses to make student technically sound and through professionals. Now, what it means? Remember, all these points are very important from student point of view also. Whenever any governing body, any NBA committee, any NAC committee visited our college, they will ask student, what is your department vision? What is your department missions? So I am not asking, remember these lines, but you must know in a broad way, what is the mission. So second is to undertake various add-on and value-added activities and courses. So just like we are going for add-on courses of that Japanese language, German language, or GATE classes. So all these make a student competent to face the outside world. To collaborate with the industries, academia, and strive to transform the research and innovative aptitude in the student and faculties. So, no doubt there will be a number of guest lectures, workshop, sessions, webinars, where different industry persons and experts from academia and different colleges will address you to motivate. So all these are there as a mission 3, and 4th mission is inculcate high moral, ethical values and national pride. So definitely you having all qualities, but if you fail to have a high moral or ethical values or national pride, then nation will not grow. So this is our moral responsibility to build the ethical value as well as a national pride in students. So all these are the missions of department. Now let's move ahead. Now every program means stream, you can say a stream, just like a mechanical is a one program, electrical engineering is a second program, civil engineering is a next program. So likewise, every program, every branch having their some establish and frame objectives, and that is called program educational objectives. So mechanical department or mechanical program having some program educational objectives, so that is in short called as a PEOs. So what are those? So there are 4 program education objectives. First, to develop the student sound in academics, fundamental to understand, analyze, solve problem related to mechanical engineering. So after graduation, what is expected? So students should be that much competent through their academics, through their theory part, through their practical part. So they are able to solve any problem related to mechanical engineering. I am not saying you will become an expert in solving the problems. For expertise, you require hands-on experience. But logically, you are able to find out the solutions. Okay. For example, suppose you are as a mechanical engineer after graduation. There are some subject related to IC engine. After graduation, if you found there is a engine is not started, if you having a car or bike and engine is not started, so as a mechanical engineer, your logic is developed. Why it is not started? So you will first check whether there is a petrol or not. How? Because you know that without petrol it will not start it. Okay. Second, if there is a petrol, then you will check whether spark is producing or not. So many time we open the spark plug and check whether spark is produced or not. If spark is not producing, then you come to conclusion either battery is run down. So you have to check the battery whether it is having sufficient power or not. If not, then we have to go for charging. So likewise, you are able to solve the problems. I am not saying as a mechanic, but as an engineer. Then second POs is to build up students' ability to enhance their competence in research and innovations to design product and process. So many small changes we have to make to improve the system to enhance the output. So that kind of research or culture is inbuilt in the student. That is our next POs. PO3 is to enhance the employability, the most important. How to enhance the employability? So we have add-on courses just like a Japanese language, German language, entrepreneurship webinar, workshops. So we are making student to more employable. That is our next and last PO is fourth one, to create awareness among the student about professional ethics. So ethics you heard many times. Why it is really very important? Without ethics, everything fails. Imagine you become mechanical engineering and you don't have that ethics quality. You are just copy paste from somewhere. Ethically, it is very wrong. So that is not going to survive for a long time. So ethics are very important. Then next is program specific outcomes. Now, what is the need of program specific outcomes? When we have a program educational objectives, then what is the need of program specific outcome? So after graduation, everything is not covered in your syllabus. So we have to go for some additional skill. And for that, we run some courses, some add-on practices. So that is counted under program specific outcome. So what is the specific outcome of this mechanical engineering? So we list out two program specific outcome, PSOs. That is, first is to develop the knowledge and skill relevant to the field of robotics and automation by undergoing hands-on training. So there might be possible some subjects are there related to robotics or automation, but it is not giving 100%. You are not able to work on any robot or automation system after your graduation. So how to develop that knowledge and skill? So there should be some hands-on training. So our first specific outcome is to develop a skill and knowledge. Then execute new ideas on product design and developments. So this is second. So you should be able to design any new product or to develop a new product, and you must know what is the product development process, how it is tested, how it is commercialized, and all these things. So that is our second PSO. So we have a 2 PSO and we will try to fulfill this. Now regarding our engineering thermodynamic course. So prerequisite, That means you must have some knowledge in background. And what kind of prerequisites are required for engineering thermodynamics? So higher secondary science courses, and definitely you all knows about this. Then engineering mathematics 1, you must know some basic formulas, some basic iterations. Engineering mathematics 2, engineering physics, engineering chemistry. So I'm not saying everything, but you must know some sort of knowledge from all these courses so that it become easy to understand what is engineering thermodynamics. So these are the prerequisites. It is help to understand the course very easily. If you are zero in all these things, that means you just prepare it for your exam and then you forgot everything. Then also it is not 100% correct to say that you are not able to understand this engineering thermodynamics. You can, but you have to take more effort in that case. Now, program outcomes are very important. Any governing body will ask, what are the program outcomes? Program outcomes, it means after graduation, what kind of quality you have. That's why after 4 years, after getting a B degree in mechanical, out of these, which quality you have now? So that is called program outcomes, POs. So first, that is engineering knowledge. So student must able to apply the engineering knowledge. It might be anything. It might be regarding your physics fundamentals, chemistry fundamentals. After graduation, you must know the engineering knowledge in day-to-day life. Okay, if you are boiling a water, so after engineering or after graduation, you should not look in that boiling process that it is we are providing heat and it is boiled. You are little bit superior than others. You are thinking in a different way. That means the heat is transferred layer by layer to the water. Then water's bubble formation is there. That bubble having a lower density than liquid, so it move upward toward phase. That at the surface, that bubble get collapse and the evaporated steam is released and it move towards upward. So like that, your knowledge will be there. Next, problem analysis. Small problems you should analyze by your own. Okay, so I'm not saying apply the formula and find out the answers, but you will be able to identify the actual root cause. Then design and development. So if there is any problem, then you can design and find out the different solutions. Conduct investigation of complex problem. It means suppose your AC is not working. So you will check what is the issue, whether compressor is not running, whether condenser having problem, whether tube is leak out, why it is not cooled down. So at least you will conduct investigation, and for repair purpose you will call the concerned person and specifically you will say that my compressor is not working, and the normal person will say my AC is not working. But as a mechanical engineering, after graduation, when you come to know, so you are able to investigate any problems. So you will specifically demand something that this is not actually working. So maintenance person will maintain it correctly. Okay. Then PO5 modern tool uses. So we will try to use as much as possible the modern tools, because everywhere it is nowadays no one using that engineering graphic sheets. Everyone drawing sketches on AutoCAD, even though more advanced version. Everyone using ANSYS software. Correct. So we will try to use the modern tools and technologies. So you should be aware of all these tools. Engineer and society. So if there is any issues, so as an engineer, you are able to understand the root cause. Okay, if imagine if you are living in a very crowded city, so you will face that there is always a very noisy atmosphere. Always there is a hot atmosphere as compared to other, because number of crowd are there. Relevantly, if you are living nearby any highway, there are number of vehicles and always traffic jam. So you found that there is a suffocation kind of atmosphere because of lot of emissions from the vehicles. So your knowledge will conclude you somewhere that is what is the root cause, and if possible you can sort out that root causes and simplify the issues. Next is environment and sustainability. For this also, many engineers, we found that on documentary or YouTube channel, we observe that many engineers are having a engineering background. They made their houses such that they are not dependent on external powers. So they made their home eco-friendly, and power generation is through solar panels. So like that, you are able to do the changes to find the solutions so that environment issues will be sorted out. We find the alternatives for the day-to-day life, our dependency. Next, ethics. So very important, ethics. Very normal example I always prefer to give. Suppose you are a civil engineer, and we are expecting civil engineer will build a building very well. We are purchasing it, we are going to live there, and if that engineer is not ethical in his work, then the quality of building will be poor, worst, and soon that building will collapse. There will be a property loss, life loss. Then after we blame him. But actually, ethic values should be inbuilt during his education. So we should be ethically very strong. Next, individual and teamwork. So remember, we should be good in individual, but as well as we should be good in team also. Because outside world don't require good individuals, they require team leaders. If you are a good in as an individual, but you are not enough to manage the team, then there is no use of you. So we should build individual as well as teamwork quality. Then communication, the very important point. If you have a very sound knowledge about anything, but you are not able to convince the people, then your knowledge value having a zero, because you fail to convince. You are knowledgeable, but you fail to convince this will work or this having this solution. So you should be having a communication skill. Then project management and finance. This is very important. When you reach to final year, you have to undergo UG projects. You have to manage your project finance. Right now, your parents going to actually finance your B project, but outside world, financing company is going to finance you, and they will ask each and every single money where you are expending and why you are expending. And the last is lifelong learning. So many things are there which remains lifelong with you, and that is called lifelong learnings. Now, course objectives, the syllabus as we are affiliated to Pune University, so syllabus is set by Pune University, and they giving us some course objectives. What is the objective of this syllabus? So to introduce the fundamental of thermodynamics, this is the first objective, to understand the concept of laws of thermodynamics, apply the concept of thermodynamics toward open and closed system, and all this. So what are the objective to set this syllabus? This is course objective, and most important, course outcome. You learn this engineering thermodynamics, how it is come to know. So by analyzing your course outcome, and this data going to tell us whether you really learn this engineering thermodynamics or not. So first course outcome is describe the basic of thermodynamics with heat and work interaction. So if any company asking something, and if you are able to describe how the phenomenal activity is take place in terms of thermodynamics laws or basics, then we can say you are able to describe. If I am asking why the wind is flow, so definitely some student will say, sir, from high pressure zone to low pressure zone, wind will flow from high pressure to low. Okay. Why high pressure and low pressure zones are created? Because of uneven heating. Where heating is more, that zone air get heated, so become a light in weight, density reduces, and the area where heat is not reached in that much intensity, so that zone become a colder. So uneven heating, so you must know what is the basic behind it. So that is the first course outcome. Then next, apply the law of thermodynamics to steady flow and non-flow process. This is our second outcome. After this course, after this subject, you will able to apply the law of thermodynamics to steady flow and non-flow process. Then apply entropy, availability, and non-available energy for an open and closed system. Definitely, it is it to cover. So right now you are not able, but after completing our subject, you will be able to assess all these points. Next is determine the property of steam and their effect on performance of vapor power cycle. Might be possible you know what is vapor power cycle, but after this subject you will able to determine the property as well as the effect of various factors. Analyze the fuel combustion process and product of combustion. Currently, you know only that when fuel is get burned, heat is evolved and smoke is there. But after this complete subject, you will be able to analyze the smoke also. What is the content of that smoke? What is the percentage of pollutant? Okay. And the last is select various instrumentation required for safe and efficient working of steam generator. So in first year might be you know that what are the requirement of boiler accessories, that is safety valve, fusible plug, then water level indicator, all these. So after this you will be able to select the proper instrument for required various equipment having a safe working and definitely to improve its efficiency. So these are the course outcomes. So we will check out at the end of our subject whether all these course outcomes are achieved or not. Then COPO mapping, this is not actual your concern, but let me tell you what is it COPO mapping. So whatever be the 12 POs from engineering knowledge, then product develop and all these lifelong learning. So it is listed here 2 PSOs, and against course outcome, we are just checking which PO and which CO graded with 1 or 2 or 3. So if it is going to strongly concern with that PO, then we are graded like 3. If it is moderately concerned with that PO, then it is graded like 2. So these are just a grading where first CO is more relevant to PO1 or PO2. If it is not relevant, we make a dash. It is not relevant to this particular PO. Then how I am going to assess you? How I am going to calculate your marks? So assessment, there will be a 2 assessment, internal assessment. So assignment will be there, unit test, prelim, mock oral and practical assessment. And externally, so your in-sem exam, end-sem exam and external practicals will be there, or external oral will be there. And last, course end survey, where I am going to check whether all COs are attained or not. Then as per our CO-PO mapping here, we can say PO6 is not mapped anywhere. It is remain empty. PO8, PO10, 11, and no doubt PSO1 and PSO2. So accordingly, we come to know that PO6, 8, 10, and 11 are remain unattended. So we have to do some activity if possible. So for ethics, we will go for copyrights or patents or paper publication. For communication, we will arrange some flipped classroom where student will going to explain the concept. So some topic will be allotted to you and you have to teach the remaining class. And project management and finance, for this we will go for poster and model or mini project exhibition. Now this is instructional methods. So first unit, definitely I am going to online lectures through Google Meet. There will be videos, some quiz sessions. But I think later on, if college resumes, so we will go for classroom. So hopefully from unit 2, we will go with a regular conventional teaching method. So unit 3, again regular. These are the units and these are the summary points, highlighting point. So 6 units are there. So we will go first unit online mode, and if possible, then after that, every lectures will be offline. Now this is 17th slide out of 20. Now this is teaching plan. So we have to prepare such kind of teaching plan. Which lecture, when we will conclude. So introduction and subject presentation, I plan on 23rd, that is 2 days. From tomorrow, I am going to actually started the taking a portion of our syllabus. So first portion, this review of basic definitions, zeroth law of thermodynamics and macro and microscopic approach. So this will be covered in tomorrow's lecture. So likewise, I have to prepare complete plan for your whole syllabus, that is teaching plan. Next, practical plans. So there should be a plan for your practical also, which practical I am going to cover when. So first week I am not going to conduct actual any practical because we are lagging in the theory parts. So if I am going to conduct a practical in first week only, so you don't know any background theory of it and you are conducting practical, so it is not going to work. So first week we will discuss in a practical slots, but in second week we will go one by one practical, conducting a practicals. This is the previous year result regarding engineering thermodynamics. So 82.52, then 80.43, then 75.35, 76.87. Last year 91.57. You know that in last year all exams are MCQ kind of exams only. So definitely result will be more. Otherwise, we found that it is a tough subject, even though it is not touches 85%. And this year we are expecting 95%. This is our target. Now the detailed syllabus. This is our last slide. So detailed syllabus. Now here I required your feedback. Okay. Last 5 minutes are there. So this is the syllabus said by university, prerequisite, course objective, and these are the course outcome. Now, first unit, fundamentals of thermodynamics. Which portion you know in your previous subjects, in your higher secondary educations, or in your first year basic, that is system in mechanical engineering. So which points you have already have some idea, whether you know what is zeroth law of thermodynamics.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is good. You know what is the state or path or process or cycle. Any point function or path function? Okay, regarding temperature, you know how to measure the temperature. Definitely in this subject we will go in more detail, but basically at least you know what is the concept of thermometer. Thermometer is a temperature measuring device or not? Reply quickly. Don't take that much time. I am not going to assess you right now. So it is a one kind of temperature measuring devices, correct? Then first law of thermodynamics, whether you know the Joule's experiment in your previous education. I think 11, 12, there is a Joule's experiment. You belong to science background, correct? Please reply. You know what is Joule's experiment? I am not going to skip the portion. I am going to teach everything. But I must know which is the portion you already know. Joule's experiment, you know or not? At least say no. Okay. Ideal gas, PV is equal to MRT.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Second law of thermodynamics, or COP of refrigeration cycle, what is efficiency, all these terms. At least you heard these terms.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Refrigerator or heat pump or heat engine.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. I think this is a little bit difficult topic, entropy and availability. So I'm not going to ask whether you know. If you know, that is a very good thing. Otherwise, we are definitely going to go through each and every point in more details. Then property of pure substance. I think some portion is already covered in your physics, and it is basically related to your water, correct? PV, TS, HS plot, steam table, and all these. Fuel combustion. So might be possible it is not covered in your first year or any other things. So we will go with that. Steam generation and boilers. Steam generation, you know how to generate a steam, but other things, boiler draft or steam generator efficiency and its calculation and if heat balance sheets, so these are unknown to you. So we will cover all this. Along with this, there are few practicals, Joule's experiment, then one survey, then dryness fraction, determination of dryness fraction, determination of that higher calorific value, then ORSAT apparatus, boiler trial, and using any computer software, we are going to assess thermodynamic system and energy and exergy analysis. And there will be a visit to industry or process plant or operational description of equipment with specification, its use and capacity application and all this. So if college is not resume or industry is not allowing us for a visit, so we will go for any documentary which is available on YouTube, and from that documentary we will write down over this first visit part. Okay. So this is the today's contents.